Hello, Sister Hennessy. My name is Wendy May Haney. I was thrilled about week's 12 assignment. I found the cemetery information about my previous husband's ancestors at Georgia Archives located in Morrow, Georgia. I didn't want to drive for hours and then add the additional time to find the cemetery in Wrench, Georgia, and the cemetery is located on Jefferson Electric property, so I would be trespassing. I was able to do that only one time before, and that was 20 years ago. And trespassing is not something that I want to repeat. I was able to finish 7 family group records with the burial information that I was able to find at the Georgia Archives. 10 grandchildren can go through their family history binder and get to know their ancestors. That is what I work on. These are all family history files or binders that I work on for each family surname that I have in my family. The Georgia Archives and the National Archives at Atlanta both hold published and unpublished materials that can be found in any format. Some materials can be manuscripts, photos, sound materials, personal letters, or artwork. Also, records that can be found in both locations are county court records and state census records. Records that also can be found at Georgia Archives are old vital records. Newspapers are also located on microfiche from the 1900s to 1990. And those are Georgia, the Atlanta Constitutional newspaper. State and county history, Sanborn fire insurance maps of every county, of every town, in every county in the state of Georgia. Land office records. Some of these objects are often unique and generally not found online. These materials can be essential to researchers, especially paper documents. They might not be available online because of their fragility. The Georgia Archives also holds state-run institutions, mental hospitals, as in Milledgeville Regional Hospital. They hold all the people's names. They take a census of all the people that were in Georgia Regional throughout years. Also asylums and prisons in the state of Georgia. The National Archives holds some of these records, but they also hold all federal and state census material, including vital records, newspapers, state legislative records, and other records not found at the Georgia Archives. Some of these records are not found in the library reference areas either. They can only be used at the reference room, which is temperature and humidity controlled. Also, gloves are given to the patrons so the human oils aren't transferred onto the records, and they don't continue the destruction of the records on the more fragile papers. These items can be crucial to a researcher. Since the articles are unique, the archivists are entrusted to care for these materials. They strive that these items won't be stolen or damaged by mishandling or exposed to flashes from cameras. When visiting each of these archives, I brought my purse and was told either I can lock my purse in a locker or I can bring it out to my car. I was also issued a tag that my name and the card is good for 5 years. Other items that are not allowed into the repository areas are pens, food, drinks, gum, pets. You can't bring your service animal in actually unless you're blind, but if you have a service animal because you are you need a companion, you can't bring one in. You can bring a laptop, earphones, cell phones that are able to take pictures, but the volume and flash needs to be turned off. And a voice recorder can be used to, you can bring a voice recorder in that can be used to help take notes. Some of the difficulties on-site research are that reference books may have been misfiled. Time looking for the misfiled book is wasteful while you're searching for it through the library, and if the person that is at the library is busy with other patrons, you may not be able to find what you're looking for in the reasonable amount of time. Also, the faculty members have other duties assigned to them, and they won't be able to help you in you should know what you're looking for when you go to a repository, whether or a either a archive or a repository. Suppose the repository center is closed due to sickness because, you know, we just went through COVID. Always be sure to call the day before you want to go to the repository. Also, I have, in the several months prior to this, I have called when I have done research for other people. I called in the mornings because there was one time that I was unable to enter because it was closed, but I had called the day previously and there was a last minute closing due to sickness. So these are the things that I have learned through research methodology, FH Gen 411, and I thank you, Sister Hennessy, for all that you have taught me through your grading my papers. I may not know all the lingo yet, but I am learning, and that's what matters. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful summer. Bye.